Good morning. One reliable side in the African Cup of Nations looks to be Morocco. What a lineup. Premier League stars El Nesri, Hakim Ziyech, Amrabat, Amala, Hakimi. And of course U2's lead singer, Bono. Anything to stop him writing another album. Morocco, well worth following. The highest ranked side in Africa. Congo and Zambia. Well, I was with the Copper Bullets and they scored first. No real trading yesterday though. Qatar, inevitable win really, as they're at home. Tajikistan, very tough to beat. Lebanon and China, well, 2.2 the favourite. It's pretty much one of those days yesterday, wasn't it? Not much occurring, or just competitions that weren't very appealing. Blackpool and Forest. If you were with Forest throughout, was there any way to trade? Well, not really. 0-2 lead already for Nottingham Forest under Santo. So no real trade there for me. I would have been contrary-wise. Had Blackpool scored first, I would have taken them on. Everton and Palace, Premiership derby. So on it, in that regard, tough. And Everton, they really want a cup run? I'm not so sure. Surely staying up in the Premier League would be my priority, but then again, I'm not Sean Dyche. Greek Cup, again, tough to call. Just the mentality of these title-chasing sides, all at the bottom three here. It's just not much doing yesterday, I'm afraid. And we had a Tel Aviv derby. I would have favoured Maccabi Tel Aviv. They tend to come from behind, but they took a 2-0 lead. So just nothing doing yesterday, I'm afraid. And in the Cup, PSV, I was looking for them to continue winning, which indeed they did with relative ease. Fenerbahce, job done at 1.08. 1.25 Basaksehirspor winning 1-0. So that's the kind of day we had. We got a similar day today. The only matches I've researched are the Portuguese. Famalicão and Braga. Could be a tighter match than the market suggests, but both teams have been in excellent recent form. Both sides have only really lost to Porto and Benfica recently. Both teams struggle against fellow top 8 sides, so again, that's why I'm saying it could be tight. Braga even conceding 2 goals regularly against the top 8, meeting a fellow top 8er today, 7th against 4th today. If Famalicão score, it tends to be in the first half, and for Braga, overwhelmingly in the second half. So it's an interesting match, tighter than 1.73 suggests for me. Sporting Lisbon have been delivering at these kind of odds. 1.3 favourite, no draw in 13 and 6 away for them. So any late draw, 2+ goals scored in the last 6 matches. That's what you expect of a 1.3 favourite. We're expecting at least a goal before half-time as well. 17th against first, all defeats against the top 5 for Vizela. So they haven't really broken through against the top 5. No research anywhere else, really. It's crunch time in Group A. Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Nigeria. I would look to lay any late draw here. The needs to win would be great. Similar story for Egypt. They salvaged a 2-2 against Mozambique with a 97th minute Salah penalty. This is going to be a tighter encounter. Again, it's very tough to read. Australia and Syria. Well, Australia stumbled in the first half against India when much shorter price than this. But they did eventually win 0-2. So watch out for a similar display. India, likely to be defensively sound for a small proportion of the match and then get undone a bit later on. Palestine and UAE, I haven't got a clue. Moving on down. More FA Cup today, I think. Let's have a look. Nope, just a Greek Cup. Italian Super Cup. Wonder if that's being played in Saudi Arabia. Napoli, Fiorentina. Fiorentina coming off the back of that 2-2 against Udinese at the weekend. The Dutch Cup. Vitesse Arnhem having a poor season domestically, and Cambor favourites away from home. Again, as you can see, I can't really do any research, can I? Spanish Copa del Rey, Barcelona, 1.17 favourite. And we've got a Madrid derby. In the Turkish Cup, all of the odds-on favourites appear at home. So expect similar to yesterday. Likely to be a very quiet day. I don't think I'll be staying up this late for that kickoff. That's 4 a.m. heading to just for one match. Ain't going to happen. So I will be around as I was yesterday, but please don't expect an avalanche of trades. It's just not that kind of coupon, I'm afraid. A mixed bag where we can't research apart from the Portuguese matches. International matches are getting tighter and tighter, particularly in Africa. So we can't really take our cues from the market. And the Asian Cup is the Asian Cup. It's poor quality, low ranked world teams, as you saw with Qatar, Tajikistan yesterday. It's very difficult to trust these sides. Have a great day. Just a bit on the tennis. I've already made a couple of quid. Made £19 on Zverev just winning his last service game. So I backed and then laid off again. So I did that twice to make 19. So this is a lower risk, although it was £200 stake to trade. But then the ticks you get are a lot more profitable, if that makes sense. I did the same with Cameron Norrie, not Corrie. That's Jack Duckworth. Cameron Norrie against Apieri, 2 sets down. Norrie, 1.3 favourite. Straight in. Back him at 2.26. Sorry, back him at 2.12. Back him at 2.26 to cash out. That's what the green up does. It gets you the best odds available to cash out. So it's a quick in and out, basically. It was only 1 point or one game to make it 1-0 at the beginning of the set. The market was expecting him to dominate then, which indeed he has. He has to win this set, Cameron Norrie. There's no other way to stay in the French Australian Open. Must win this set. Get players like this, 1.3 favourites in must-win territory. He had to win that set as well, and had to. And if you look at the second set for Zepieri, that was only a tiebreaker set, so he wasn't being overrun, Cameron Norrie. Oh, excuse the old yawns. It's an early start for me, 4:56 a.m. UK. Zverev and Klein. Well, this is the second tough match Alexander Zverev has had. And at these odds, well, take the hint next time if he's similar priced, because he could struggle again. But he's playing a 163 ranked player, so I don't understand. A bit like Sakari yesterday. I don't understand how they suddenly capitulate like this. But this is a Grand Slam. If you have faith in the market, of course, you're getting him at evens. Zverev, or you were when we last looked, 1.93. 1.69 now. So you could have got him at 1.93 a bit earlier on, struggling on his serve. But this is a tiebreaker now, so this is a very fluctuating tiebreaker. So watch how the odds swing. It's up to you to interpret or see if you can get an angle as far as seeing who's going to win the next point. I tend to get involved in crucial ones. There we go. We're out. Klein looks to have won his service game. Now it's even Stevens, basically, because you're back on serve. Now, the last time Zverev was at these odds, they went down to 1.74. Now, I could risk the money I've made. See if we'll get that odd swing. It's not going to cost me anything to find out. And it will just boost the bank again. So we need Zverev to win, or to get his next service point in, so we can get him to move odds on again. That's threatening It's just be interesting to show you the odds movements. They can occur in points, in sets, of course. So there we go. He's moved to odds on. So it was only a marginal £19 I put on. You can see that's already put that up to 21 quid. If I could put a £200 stake on, you get 20, 30 quid out of that. Move from 1.93 down to 1.74. And this for a 1.06 shot is pretty good odds, isn't it? If you get him at his highest odds in play, now he looks to have broken through. So had I stayed in, or had I used £200 stakes, that would be 1.93 down to 1.5. So really good stuff. The great thing about tennis, you can also trade via the charts. If you use support and resistance. So evens, anything above evens, you look to back. You seem to be able to get out. 1.5 is another busy area. You can see there, his odds haven't gone down below 1.5. If they do go below 1.5, that suggests he might win the match. He's back up to 1.72 now, as you can see. So you had that odd swing from 1.9. Oh no, 2.3 was it? We last backed him at 2.3, 2.04, and then he's back down to 1.74. So very interesting odds move. As to the football, well, I don't know when I'll be seeing you because it's just a messy coupon today. Okay, I can't promise to trade or provide you with any trades. It's whatever happens, basically. Not the best coupon on the planet. So have a great day, and if I am up and about, you'll certainly hear from me.